I'm Pastor Jeff Campbell. I'm here with the Chicago Housing Initiative, and we're here because Mayor Rahm Emanuel in the city of Chicago has not kept its promise to the housing residents of public housing. 50 years ago, Martin Luther King came to Chicago and marched from Soldier Field to City Hall and posted on the doors of City Hall his thesis demanding that public housing would be available for the people, the poor in the city. That promise has not been kept. There's an ordinance in the city council that would call on the city to keep that promise. We're here today calling on Rahm Emanuel at his Martin Luther King breakfast that Martin Luther King wouldn't have attended to keep the promise.
Hi, I'm Pastor Liz Munoz from Nuestra Señora de las Americas and Logan Square Ecumenical Alliance. And we're here also, north side, south side, to say we need housing in the city, and the city has the money to do it. CHA, do your work. Mayor Rahm Emanuel, you are responsible for making sure that this ordinance, this Keep the Promise ordinance goes forward. People, pastors in there, you all should be praying that the mayor keeps the promise. And so, with that, I'd like to introduce Ms. Etta Davis. She's a longtime resident of Dearborn Homes, a member of Virginia Burns Hope Center, where she organizes to ensure CHA keeps historic promises to the Bronzeville community to rebuild public housing after demolition.
All right, Ms. Etta.
All right, Ms.
Good morning, good morning. My name is Etta Davis, and I'm a member of the Hope Center and the Chicago Housing Initiative. We're here today because we want to do the honorable thing by celebrating the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. If Mayor Rahm Emanuel really wants to celebrate Dr. King, he would be doing so by keeping his dream alive, by honoring some of the values that Dr. King believed in and fought for over 50 years ago. We should be talking about how Dr. King fought for equality housing for everyone and desegregation in our community. And he should be following that same dream. But looking back at Mayor Emanuel's record, public housing started to decline and almost ceased to be built between the years 2011 and 2014. And is still not being built as fast as the need arises. He has taken Dr. King's dream back 50 years. Our communities today are being gentrified as he allows his cronies today to come into black and brown areas and rebuild unaffordable housing. He should be talking about passing amendments in the Keeping the Promise ordinance, such as 101 replacements for public housing, or stopping the sale and swap of public CHA land without having replacement areas for that land. He should be talking about an increase in the building of public housing so that we can decrease homelessness in the city. He should be talking about putting in writing an amendment for the protection of the remainder of and any future public housing. We have been pressing to have the Keeping the Promise ordinance passed for over 2 years now. We have even spoken face-to-face with Mayor Emanuel, and he refuses to even discuss the ordinance. Truly, you could not be opposed to every amendment within it. Well, it's a new year, and we're not yet done. We believe that these are some of the things that Dr. Martin Luther King believed in and would have fought for today. So if our mayor really wants to honor Dr. King's legacy, he cannot do it with empty words and broken promises. That's not what Dr. King would do. Dr. King was not out here fighting for the 1%, but for equality for all men. Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics. For all men, he believed in a better tomorrow. And so Mayor Emanuel should not just be speaking. No, you cannot just talk what Dr. King talked. You got to walk what Dr. King walked. By keeping the dream alive, by keeping the promise. Thank you.
Keep the promise.
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 Where people going to live?
Our next speaker will be Mr. J.L. Groff, 20-year plus resident of the Lathrop home. He's fighting for communities to be preserved at Lathrop home.
You want to speak in this so everyone hears you?
Yeah. Good morning. My name is G.L. Gross. I'm a resident of Lathrop home. I chair the Lathrop leadership team, and I'm also a leader of the Logan Square Neighborhood Association. 50 years ago, Martin Luther King came to Chicago. Dr. King moved into an apartment in North Lawndale to draw attention to housing segregation and discrimination. Today, Chicago is still a deeply divided, segregated housing continues to impact so many other issues, including education, jobs, health, and social isolation. As we witnessed this past year, Chicagoans are dying in large part because of Chicago's inequality. Now in 2017, you would think that the mayor of Chicago would take a few baby steps to address housing segregation, but he won't. Mayor Emanuel may be praising Dr. King today, but he dishonors Dr. King every day that he failed to lead. The mayor is the boss of the Chicago Housing Authority, but he refused to hold the CHA accountable to keep his promises to replace public housing. CHA has been hoarding hundreds of millions of taxpayers' dollars in its reserve instead of using the money for housing families. When aldermen and community leaders gave the mayor an opportunity to address the issues, did he take it? No. He stood in the way of keeping the promised ordinance for more than 2 years. In my community, Lathrop Homes, the mayor's priority is by helping a for-profit developer to build 500 units of market rate housing in a part of town that is saturated with new high-income housing. For 20 years, the mayor has been pushing Black and Latino families out of Lathrop.
Yes, he has.
Now CHA is seeking to use millions of public dollars to keep families of color from ever coming back. In other words, get out, stay out.
Stay out.
The plan for Lathrop includes getting out 10 row houses, structurally sound, 2-story homes. Why? To create a boathouse for kayaks. My neighbors and I my neighbors and I don't get around in kayaks. We take the CTA. But Mayor Emanuel is putting kayaks over homes for people of color. When the Chicago Housing Initiative and a large group of aldermen gave the mayor an opportunity to address these issues through keeping the promised ordinance, he did not take it.
Oh, he did.
No. He has blocked the ordinance for more than 2 years. I'm a combat veteran. I fought for a country that saw me as 2/3 of a man in 1963. When I joined the Marine Corps more than 50 years ago, I left a segregated Chicago. When I came back from Vietnam, I returned to a segregated Chicago. Now that I'm in my 60s and I'm watching a mayor of Chicago playing a shell game with public funds and protecting the status quo, a segregated Chicago. Mayor Emanuel, which side are you on?
Yeah. Right.